everybody, it's Jeff Short with CHAUVET DJ, and I am here with my friend, product manager Rick Peoples. Rick, how are you?
I'm fine, Jeff. How are you doing today?
Fantastic. You know, we're here to talk about a unique and innovative new fixture. This is called the Freedom Cyc. And by the name, of course, yes, you guessed right, this is a Freedom, part of the Freedom ecosystem, which means 100% wireless, true wireless DMX built right into this thing. But there are some definitely unique features. Rick, tell us a little bit about this fixture.
This is something that's a first time in the DJ market. You usually find this in the pro arena. This is designed for theaters and schools and things like that to light up their cycloramas. For you DJs, you might find a use for this in those areas in ballrooms where you have a big wide wall. This will give us a very wide, smooth, even wash on a wall. Absolutely great color mixing on this with the special lens that we've developed here at CHAUVET. Yellow is yellow. There aren't any red and green artifacts. This is a really smooth color mixing lens. Also, it has built-in white temperature. So if you need to light something in white, you have a variety of preset color temperatures right from the display or your DMX menu to get those great whites. Not pinks, like you do in some RGB colors. This is a great white outputting unit as well as a full color fixture with its red, blue, green, and warm white LEDs inside.
So what makes this beam so wide?
We didn't take prepackaged 4-in-1 LEDs on this. Inside here are all discrete LEDs through a custom lens that CHAUVET designed here. Actually mixes all this light very well internally before it ever comes out the lens, so you give a very smooth, very even wash. Now these are cycs, so you want to set them off of the wall a little bit like any cyclorama light. Really 24 to 48 inches and 4 feet apart, and you can take a huge wall and make it just smooth, even color, no hot spots, no overlaps. So for the DJ market, if you're in a big ballroom, you have plenty of columns and things usually to light up with your par cans when you want to get that stripe. You take the Freedom Cyc and it can fill in those wide areas really smooth, real evenly with a contrasting color, the second color of your wedding.
It's kind of useful to think of it almost like you're painting a canvas. You have that base color that's even and warm and wide, and then you can add layering elements on top of it, which may be your other uplights that have the more narrow column.
Exactly that.
So you can get artistic and creative. Some of the other applications you might think about are for, things like band applications. You can put these right on the floor, use them as footlights. You can do downlighting as well. I see here it's got the handy handle that we're used to seeing in Freedoms, as well as the kickstand. So you can adjust that angle as well. And it's got an IR sensor. So talk a little bit about the control options on this. Obviously, it's a Freedom.
Over Freedom, so you have the built-in DeFi protocol, our wireless DMX. You can do anything that you want from the display or the IRC6 remote control. To make it simple, easy color changes and setup and dimming with that control, or set it up with the display, just drop it and set it and forget it. Another thing about this light that is the first time we've ever done this in a Freedom, this is a battery-powered unit, but if you plug it in the mains, you can get up to 30% more output from this light when it is run off of electrical outlets. So you can put this and use it in your theater on a corded application where you're doing a show many, many days and you don't want to move them.
Or any application or venue that may be more of an install type of a situation where you're not worried about that mobility as much. So you do have the threaded input here for clamps, so like I said, you could mount it to trussing and downlight as well. Really a unique feature that is only limited by your own imagination. But you know, we have a lot of other light in here. We want to give you a little taste of what these things can do in real situations. So what we're going to do is we're going to shut all these lights off and get you a realistic look at what the even wide wash of the Freedom Cyc really looks like. Let's take a look. So here is a look at what 4 Freedom Cycs can do on a pretty big cyc. I mean, Rick, wouldn't you say this is a good representation of a big wall that you might need a wash on?
Definitely.
And you can see how even and how warm that wash is in that red color from those cycs.
Very smooth, very wide, floor to ceiling smooth, no hot spots, good even wash.
And that's the whole point of the Freedom Cyc for sure. So as you can see, when you're looking for a nice, wide, warm, even wash, the Freedom Cyc is a powerful and convenient, versatile tool that I think you should have in your arsenal for your uplighting and your stage wash needs. You need to get your hands on one of these. Rick, thanks as always for being with us and walking us through this dynamic new product. And thank you all for watching. As always, I'm Jeff Short. We'll see you next time.